Picture this. A nail-biting college football showdown where every second counts. The crowd is on edge, and one team's defense rises to the occasion when it matters most. That's exactly what happened when number 10 Miami edged out number 6 Notre Dame in a thrilling 27-24 victory that came down to the final moments. And just like that, a new chapter was written in a storied rivalry. But here's the twist. This wasn't just about talent, it was about heart. Preparation and an unrelenting refusal to back down. With just over a minute left on the clock, Notre Dame had one last chance to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Redshirt freshman quarterback CJ Carr, making his first career start, stepped up to lead the Irish down the field in a high-stakes drive. On the opposite sideline, Miami head coach Mario Cristobal watched intently, confident in his defensive line's ability to rise to the challenge. He knew something crucial. If his players were tired, Notre Dame's offense would be even more fatigued. It was time for Rueben Bain Jr. and Akheem Mesidor, two standout defensive ends, to prove their worth. And prove it they did. In a dramatic turn of events, Mesidor and Bain delivered back-to-back sacks late in the fourth quarter, effectively sealing Miami's hard-fought win. The Hurricanes? Triumph wasn't just another victory. It marked their first win against an AP Top 10 opponent since defeating number 3 Notre Dame in 2017. For fans and players alike, this moment felt monumental. Reflecting on the game afterward, Cristobal likened the battle to a heavyweight boxing match. "You know the old saying," he began. "Rounds 11 through 15 are going to separate the winners from those who don't quite make it." We knew it would come down to grit and determination. This mentality, doing whatever it takes, shone through as Miami leaned on its revamped defense to secure the win. Speaking of the defense, let's rewind slightly. Last season, Miami faltered at a critical juncture, blowing a commanding 21-0 lead against Syracuse and missing out on the ACC championship game. Cristobal responded by bringing in Corey Heatherman as the new defensive coordinator, tasked with not only refining the scheme, but also instilling a fiercer mindset across the board. Players like Mesidor and Bain, who battled injuries last year, embraced the changes fully. Heading into this marquee matchup, they spoke passionately about feeling healthier than ever and eager to shine within the aggressive framework of Heatherman's system. Mesidor put it best during post-game interviews. "We practice the 2-minute drill every single day under the scorching sun. When the lights are on, the air is cool, and the stakes are sky high, we're ready to deliver." With Mesidor wearing number 3 and Bain sporting number 1. The duo proudly proclaimed themselves best in the nation. Their confidence wasn't misplaced. Both played pivotal roles in shutting down Notre Dame's hopes for a comeback. But motivation ran deeper than personal pride. Before kickoff, both teams could sense the weight of history looming over Hard Rock Stadium. Former Miami legends such as Jimmy Johnson, Michael Irvin, Devin Hester, and Ray Lewis stood on the sidelines, adding gravitas to what many considered one of the most anticipated home openers in recent memory. Meanwhile, Notre Dame entered the contest as favorites, a fact that didn't sit well with Bain, who revealed a screenshot of a negative article about him during his post-game remarks. Perhaps that fueled his fire even further. On the offensive side, Miami turned heads with quarterback Carson Beck, a transfer from Georgia, making his debut for the Hurricanes. Beck showcased poise and leadership, guiding the team into position for the decisive scoring drive after Notre Dame erased a 2-touchdown deficit to tie the game at 24, with just over 3 minutes remaining. Though Miami's play calling grew conservative midway through the second half, Beck remained steadfast, telling his teammates they'd find a way to score when it mattered most. The Hurricanes leaned heavily on their ground game during that final push. relying on running back Charmar Brown to grind out tough yards and set up kicker Carter Davis for a potential game-winning field goal. Davis, a transfer who won the starting job despite limited experience beyond kickoffs, stepped onto the field for a 47-yard attempt. As the sold-out crowd held its collective breath, Davis executed flawlessly. His kick sailed through the uprights, capping off a memorable night for Miami. Beck ended the evening completing 20 of 31 passes for 205 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Carr showed flashes of brilliance throughout the game, including a gutsy diving touchdown run to tie the score. However, Miami's relentless pass rush ultimately denied him the opportunity to orchestrate a game-winning drive. Afterward, Carr acknowledged room for improvement, stating simply, "Tonight wasn't good enough out of me." For Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman, the loss underscored areas needing attention moving forward. "Every goal we have is still ahead of us," he said, emphasizing the need for better performance along both lines. Indeed, the Irish struggled to generate pressure on Beck, managing only 1 sack all night, a glaring issue that hindered their defensive efforts. So, what does this mean for these two programs going forward? Is this the beginning of a resurgence for Miami under Cristobal? Or will Notre Dame bounce back stronger, using this setback as fuel for future success? One thing's certain, rivalries like this thrive on passion, resilience, and unforgettable moments. Where do you stand? Do you think Miami can sustain this momentum, or will Notre Dame regroup and reclaim dominance? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.